Boom! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, our goal is to climb ranked today. We might try out Branded, which is crazy to think about, but, yeah, that might actually genuinely happen. New Solo Gate, true. That is also something that we get to do. Hooray. Too bad it's probably terrible. Anyway, however, before we do that, we have a few things to talk about. First and foremost, we have new cards, PogChamp new cards. There's a bunch of new cards that have been released, or are being released in the TCG that are world premieres, and we're going to talk about them, because they're honestly, well, some of them are kind of interesting. Starting off with Bruyo the Dawn's Light, which is a very interesting card, which is a level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster with 1,000, 1,500, and monsters in your leftmost or rightmost main monster zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. Now, oh my gosh, excuse me. Now, the one deck that you can think of that would like a level 3 Dark Fiend that protects your own monsters from card effects is, of course, Burning Abyss. So a lot of people have been looking at Burning Abyss with this, and the reason for this is because of, it does have another effect, but this right here is actually pretty interesting. Anyway, on top of that, if this card, you can only use the following effect once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can target a Fiend effect monster you control, negate its effects, and if you do special summon this card, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Mutiny in the Sky from your deck to your hand, which we're going to read next, which says it's a normal spell card that infusion summons a Fiend or Fairy fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling Fiend and or Fairy monsters into your from your grave into your deck as material. If this card is in your grave, you can send a Fiend or Fairy monster from your hand or face of field to the grave to add this card back to your hand. Now, this is fantastic with the fusion that we're going to talk about in a second. But honestly, just those two put together means that there is a genuine way that you can now recycle your Fiend monsters. But on top of that, this in and of itself also works fairly well with Dark Lord. Dark Lord, hip hip hooray. This now actually means that you have the capability of realistically getting into Dark Lord, or the first Dark Lord without necessarily needing to go into, you know, the weird, like, trap line that like forces you to, like, either hard draw the trap or, like, search out the trap and then send it to the graveyard off of the Link monster and then have a guy in order to, like, fusion summon it. It's very clunky normally how you would do this. This is just like, hey, if you get this guy or you get this guy, you basically just get access to that, and it's very easy to fill your graveyard for that. So that makes it a lot better just in general. That's pretty cool. The Mutiny Fiends are actually pretty neat. Reading Luce? Luce means light. So it is Dark Lord coded. Oh, I was reading it as Luz, as in like La Luz, which is more Spanish, but Luce also works. Anyway, but then of course we do have the fusion monster that you're supposed to fusion summon off of this, which is the Luce the Dusk's Dark, which is the light, or light the Dusk's Dark. Don't worry about it. Which is a level 8 Dark Fiend fusion effect monster with 3,000, and requires 3 Fiend and or Fairy monsters in your grave, and then monsters in your leftmost or rightmost main monster zones can't be destroyed. Has that same effect as the previous guy, by card effect, and then you can use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. You can target a card your opponent controls and send a Fiend or Fairy monster from your deck to the grave, and if you do, destroy it. And then if another card you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. So that's pretty cool, right? All things considered, it's not like insane, but it is something that you get to do, and the fusion actually does have a fair amount of use just in general. But, you know, pairing this alongside all of the rest of this, you have a fairly consistent engine and a way to put cards back into your deck, which is pretty nice. So that's like the general idea, is like, hey, you normal summon the guy, you get this, normal spell, and then with the normal spell, you're able to cycle your monsters. Again, mostly in BA. Pretty interesting. The fusion monster is good going second. It's decent. Now, I haven't read any of the rest of these cards, so let's see if any of these do anything. We have Steel Stringed Sacrifice, which is a level 1 Light Warrior effect monster with 801,000. If this card is in your hand or grave, you can reveal a level 5 or higher monster in your hand, then activate one of these effects. Sorry, reveal a level 5 or higher. Okay. Then activate one of these effects. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. During your end phase, if this card, during the end phase of this turn, lose 1,000 life points if you did not normal summon the revealed monster, or if a monster with the same original type after activating this effect. You can special summon this card from your hand. You can add this card from your grave to your hand, and you can banish this card from your grave, and if you do, add one level 5 or higher monster from your grave to your hand. What? Level 1 Light Warrior effective monster that summons level 5s or higher. And you reveal, and then during the end phase you lose 1,000 if you didn't normal summon the revealed monster, or monster with the same original name after activating the effect. So that life point loss is negligible unless you're like in time. So okay. But you could special summon the guy from hand. You can add this card from your grave to your hand, or you can banish it to add a level 5 from your grave to your hand. Okay. What deck would want this? The printed cards based on Lucifer and it's not Dark Lord support? I mean, it is. It's more or less. It's closer to Dark Lord support than not. It has Squire stats? I didn't notice that. Homie shredding in a ball diamond. This is maybe the funniest artwork in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it's perfect. They're not subtle. Yeah, you're right. It is in fact Monarch support. I'm trying to think of what other, because this seems good enough to, like, you could play it in, you could play this in a lot of stuff, right? Like, you could play this in Monarch, obviously. You could play this in Blue Eyes. That was what I was thinking. Granted, it's not great, right? But I'm just, it's also one of those things where it's like, oh, if you just play like high level monsters, this is just a free guy. Like, you could play this in Fiendsmith. Just be like, here's Engraver. Anyway, special summon this guy. This feels very similar to like the Millennium stuff, where it's just like, oh, this is just a free guy. You can play it in Millennium. I don't know if that's necessarily like a reason to do that, but even in Monarch, would you necessarily play this in Monarch? Right? Because like, you reveal and then special, and that's like all he does. Because you don't actually get anything else out of that. It's just you reveal the guy, and then you can either add him back to hand, banish it from grave to add a level 5 or higher monster from your grave to your hand, which is like this one is the most powerful effect, but it requires you to already have the guy in the grave. Meaning either you have to normal summon him and then go into like Anima or Link Karibo or something along those lines, and then banish in order to add another level 5 out, or level 5 or higher outside of the high level monster you already had to reveal the effect, or you're using it for the special summon effect, which is more likely, and you're doing this later, maybe after like, I don't know, some sort of interaction. This seems very clunky. I don't really see a reason you would, maybe, yeah, no, you probably would play this in Monarch, right? And you wouldn't play it necessarily for either effect specifically, but you would play it for one of those effects, or for both of those effects. But even then, like, does it matter? Does like having the additional special summon do anything? Maybe? Yeah, the only reason I'm thinking, like, yeah, Blaze brings up a good point. The only reason, like, this would work in Monarch is because of the stats. But even with that being said, I don't even know if you would play it in Monarchs. Majesty's Fiend? True. You could do that. As a way to search Majesty's Fiend. Or Vanity's Fiend, for that matter, as well. You could also play this in True Draco, technically. Not that that would do anything, but you could. I don't know. This seems so... It seems so specific, but also, like, not. It seems like there's so much you could do with this, but I can't figure out what deck would want this. Even Monarch, I'm like... Wouldn't you just play... Wouldn't you just want to play the actual, like, Squires themselves? And this guy's not going to do anything unless you already have access to the Monarchs. And, like, just having the guy special summon himself, like, doesn't do enough. I don't think he does enough, right? It's a 1-for-1 target? I mean, technically speaking, yes, but I don't know if that makes it worthwhile. I don't know. Monarch is probably the only deck that realistically would play it, but it seems like there's so many opportunities to play this card, and I just can't figure it out. It seems like there's so many things that you could do with this. Like, the first card, literally the first card that came to my mind, because it's a light, was Galaxy Soldier. It was like, oh, you use, like, Galaxy Soldier, and you pitch Galaxy Soldier, and then, like, you search Galaxy Soldier, and then you use this guy to, like, search another Galaxy Soldier, or something like that. That's what I thought. Terrible idea. Doesn't really fucking do anything, but that's what I thought. And it's that, I don't know. There's, like, so much you could do with this, and I can't figure it out. Anyway, Exilade, which is an equip spell card. The equipped monster gains 200 attack for each Exi material on the field. Hold on. Exi materials aren't on the field. Am I wrong? Okay, whatever. Once per turn, you can activate the following effect based on the equipped monster card type. Exi, detach 2 materials from a monster you control to set an Exi spell trap from your deck. Oh. You can detach from multiple cards. Oh, that's interesting. That actually does stuff. And then other, special summon a monster with the same level as the equipped monster from hand in defense position, but negate its effects. This could do something in Exi decks, but probably won't. I guess it'd be like an additional search target instead of the stupid Exi spell that we're currently playing in the Exi decks. But you could instead grab, like, this, and then set an additional guy that maybe does a thing. Or maybe instead of searching the trap, you search this and the other spell, and then you do this to, like, detach materials and then set the trap. Maybe. I don't know if that's necessarily possible, but eh. A la monsters on the field. In the field is more that, but mechanically they're on it. Yeah, but technically aren't Exi materials not classified as, like, on the field? As in, like, they're attached to the Exi monster, which means that the Exi monster's on the field, but they're not technically on the field. Don't worry about it. But if it leaves the field, it doesn't leave from the field. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, huh? Because if they're detached from the Exi monster, they do not leave the field. Which is where I'm like, so they're not technically on the field. Therefore, this would technically mean you gain nothing. Because there's never an Exi material on the field, unless there is a card that is specifically called Exi material that you could have multiple of. Granted, it's not in quotes, so it's not that, but this technically doesn't make sense. If they're on the field, why doesn't my Crystal Shard get banished when they're detached? Exactly. Because they're not on the field. They're in a nebulous place called the Xi zone, or the Xi material zone, or something along those lines. The point is, this works because Konami says it works, but it technically shouldn't. As far as the game is concerned, no. They're in their own pseudo location. There are cards in possession of the opponent in a known location. Smile. Exactly. So this technically shouldn't work. This technically doesn't do anything. This is a nothing effect that has zero effect on the game. Because technically speaking, an Xi material on the field doesn't exist. There's no such thing as that. And since it is not a quoted card, and there's no card that is called an Xi material, in quotes, this effect literally could not be on there and it would read technically the same. But because Konami said so, I would imagine it works. They're in the Xi monster's stomach. True. Anyway, Psychic Omni Blaster, which is a level 7 wind psychic synchro effect monster with 25/2000, requires a tuner and a non-tuner psychic monster. Each time your opponent activates a card effect on the field, except during the damage step, you can pay 2,000 life points to declare a card type, monster, spell, or trap. But you can only declare each card type once per turn to activate this effect. Look at a random card in your opponent's hand, and if it is the declared type, apply these effects in sequence. Skip over any that do not apply. This card cannot be destroyed by the effects of the declared card type this turn. Banish this card you looked at face up until the end phase. Banish the card you looked at face up until the end phase. Okay, cool. This is a card that does exist. I don't know what to say. Warrior of Atlantis searches Legendary Ocean despite Legendary Ocean changing its name everywhere, but Konami says it works since it not working would be stupid. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're all on the same page. We get what we're all collectively there. Can face down cards have Xi material? The answer will confuse you. Every time I see Fiend, my eyes rocket up to the top right corner. Despia Dark Lord back on the menu. Yeah, baby! Dark Lord! Yeah. Anyway. There you go. There are the cards. Now, I did want to talk about... Yesterday, we played Worlds Beyond, which is mostly negative. It's changed. It's changed. It is now mostly negative, not overwhelmingly negative. But I want to talk about Shadowverse because I played it a bit more off stream, and it is a game that does exist. I'm gonna try and do like a full video review of it real quick, or later. But simply put, having actually given some time to the game, I think I have like 6 hours or something like that on it. So it's not a ton. But having actually played the game itself, I think it is not as bad as the reviews make it out to be. The monetization is frustrating. The ability to build decks is frustrating, but it is similar in nature to Magic right now. Which currently has mixed reviews, which is more or less what I would expect. I think that Magic the Gathering Arena has a massive issue in similar fashion, where it's just so difficult to actually build decks, and it costs a lot of money to actually build the decks. And like, even if you were to buy something, it would cost a large amount of money, rather than being less and just being like a reasonable amount of money. It's just like expensive for no reason, right? On top of also being difficult to get free to play resources. And that, I think, is one of the biggest issues when it comes to this game in particular. That being said, all of the rest of the stuff I found very good. Well, okay, minus, where is it? This shit sucked. This was dumb, and I had no regard, or I had no desire to actually interact with any of this stuff, except for the fact that the game basically forced me to do that in order to get some resources. So, didn't like that, but other than that, for the most part, like, the actual game itself, the, like, story mode was fine. It's not for me. I didn't enjoy just like watching the story, but like the story was fairly good, right? All of the animations are good. The like gameplay itself, while it's not for me, is like well done. All of the UI elements and all of that stuff, the animations are good. It's a bit too Gunnar bait stuff for me, which is not my favorite, but all in all, like, I don't know, it's like a 6 out of 10 game. Master Duel Steam review. Master Duel, there we go. Recent is mixed, but it's mostly positive, which is surprising. Now I wonder about Duel Links. Surely Duel Links is bad, right? No, it is very positive. People like this shit. That's crazy. Really? I said, don't play this. I said, don't play this shit. I hate it. This game's terrible. Somehow, Vader has recommended this game. Wait, that's... Really? Really? That's actually wild. Garbage mobile cash grab game. There we go. That's what I expect. I have played this game for over 1,000 hours, and I want to say that it sucks. Recommended. Simplified mode of game, accessible to new players or people who have only seen the anime and like the characters' decks. When was this? June 27th or June 17th, 3 days ago. That's a lie, and you know it. It is not a simplified mode of the game. Have you played this shit? This shit ain't simplified. It's just a different version of terrible. Anyway. Faster paced than Master Duel if you're impatient like me. Ancient gear are great. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so this person is delusional and has no idea what they're talking about. That's crazy. I got very distracted on this because somehow people are saying that this is a good game, which is baffling to me. Baffling. All the bad reviews with thousands of hours of play time are hilarious. That's me. That's me. Yeah, I have 2,000 hours on record. And I said, don't play this shit. Don't play this shit. Don't do that to yourself. No, no, no. I remember putting in like 1,000 hours and finally being like, oh yeah, like I can review this game. I forgot about that. And immediately was like, don't. Mm-mm. Anyway, let's go back to Shadowverse. Anyway, as far as this game goes, I really don't think that this is a warranted response. At most, I would expect like a mixed response. It's a fairly decent game. Like, having actually played it, it's pretty good. It's not my favorite style of game, but like it works well. Except for the fact that there is a massive bug where sometimes the sound just like cuts out and dies, and like it just doesn't exist anymore. The card pool in Shadowverse is still pretty small, yes. It's literally one set. I mean, we can quickly pull this up real quick. We can quickly pull it up real quick, because I can show you. and this will help, like, demonstrate the monetization and stuff like that. So, sometimes the sound will literally just not work. It worked here, but sometimes it won't. But this is see, look at this right here. Just this image right here shows one of my biggest gripes with this game. It is so lewd and like degenerate. There are so many like skin tight, you know, basically slim clothing wearing big booba waifu or like tone six-pack motherfuckers, and it's like that's like all it is. Cool login bonus. Hip hip hooray! We got a login bonus. Hooray! What am I getting? Absolutely nothing. Watch. We got a thing. Cool. Okay. Let me show you. Let's go to this. And let's show the monetization, right? First fairy box, you get 10 packs for $2. Cool, not surprising. Going to the starter bundle, you get 1,000 crystals and a legendary card pack ticket, which guarantees a legendary, for 16 bucks. Okay. How much does that actually convert to? How much do you actually get out of that? So if we go to here, right, if we look at the actual cost, it costs, let me move my face cam here. Oh, my face cam for a sec. We can see here, one pack is 50 crystals. So it would be, for about $16, it's about 20 packs. Right? Which is not exactly, like, great, but it's also not terrible. However, the problem with this is the way that this game itself functions. Because if we go to, wrong button, if we go to cards, and we want to create a card, and let's say we wanted to create specifically a legendary card, each legendary card costs 3,500 essence. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but let's again quantify this. Here we can see how much we get from a bronze card being dismantled. It's 30 for 3. You get 10. If I were to dismantle a silver, I think it's 100, and for a gold it's like 500 maybe. So the conversion rate is pretty abysmal. Even if a legendary is 1,000 to dismantle, that's over 3 cards, which is worse than Yu-Gi-Oh! On top of that, because of the way that the game itself actually functions, and like the crafting and all of that stuff, all of it is one material, which is not necessarily bad. But what is bad is the fact that if I pull a card that is Portalcraft, I can't use that in Runecraft. So if I'm trying to build a deck in Runecraft, I can't necessarily just like make it go into Portalcraft or vice versa, right? Those cards are mutually distinct. I can't change them. And if I have one copy of a card that I'm never going to use, say I'm never going to use this card, that doesn't matter because I can't decraft it. I cannot liquefy it, which gives me 1,200. Oh, I lied. It gives me 1,200. Right. So, to be fair, it is about free, nonetheless, but you get my point, right? Even with all of that, the monetization is pretty bad. And it's one of the biggest downsides. On top of that, it's very difficult to get actual free-to-play currency, which is where this game falters heavily. I have played a fair amount, and I have done, like... I think I've purchased, what, like 40 or so packs? Which is not terrible, but that was not even close to enough to be able to build a deck. Because if we look at the deck, here I have some decks built, right? There's only one set, by the way. There's only one set. This is the deck that I want to build in its entirety, and I am missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legendaries. The rest I got from structures, and or just random pulls, right? But all of these are all in the same pack with a bunch of other crap that I can't dismantle, that are all in a different, in like different stuff, right? In different. How do I describe it? Anyway, can I not see the full like card list? There's no shot that's the case. Hello? Hold on, maybe it pulls up. I can't even see the whole card list. Where the hell do I see the card list? Oh, cool. Here's the card. Here's the card list. Here you go. Look at that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, but it is bad. It's similar in nature, as I said, to Arena, and it's worse than the previous one, which is what so many people are up in arms about. That being said, it's still not that bad. You can still make decks, you It's just more expensive and it's gonna take longer, which sucks. But like a lot of the other stuff is pretty good. It's a little buggy, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, let's play Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! Time for the fun stuff. We have a new solo mode. Hip hip hooray. Yeah, it's Terminal World? Oh, heck yeah. Flamvel! You get 1 free pack each day? True. True. One power spike and it'll be a pay to win instantly? Yep. Yep. Alright, here we go. For Womvel. Hooray. Burn Runecraft to the ground? Nah, I like Runecraft. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna be right back because I want to get a cough drop for my throat. Okay, I'm back. I just skip these cutscenes. I've lost interest in them. Nah, they're great. I promise. This is a land enveloped by vapor and scorching heat. And the intense sultriness. No, that is right. Makes everything around shimmer, but further down the path, you can make out a buoyant-looking flame.
What? What the heck did you come from?
Where the heck did you come from? I dropped a thing.
Since I've never seen you in these parts, maybe you're lost. Yeah, that's gotta be it. After all, hardly anyone comes all the way out here. Guess I ought to show you the way. Come on then, I'll tell you about us Flamvel warriors in the meantime.
I want to punch him in the face. I gave him that voice. Now I want to punch him. You arrive at the base of those who wield the flame-infused Scarlet techniques. No one says that. What chuny-ass person ever says that? Who are you? What have you done with Konami? The Flamvel Warriors. They have made major contributions in the fight against the worms.
First up, there's our leader and top warrior.
You're
that guy. Strictly speaking, we just call him our leader. It's not official. We just like to call him our leader. It's not official. But you would understand why we do.
He wields flames incredibly well with intensity second to none. I can't read.
It has to be said, we're a pretty individualistic bunch, and we tend to just do what we like. Even so, it seems best to have someone who can lead the charge. And Guru Kiza is definitely good at that. Then after him, Commando and Fiend are second in command. Unofficially, of course. Folk were saying Fiend wanted to be top dog, but I don't know about that. Anyway, the rest of us are pretty diverse. Some are draconic, other beast-like, and some, like me, resemble humans.
You don't resemble a human. You're a fucking spark. You're a flame. You don't look like a human. It's fine.
Although we all look different and don't even share the same type, we all we get along all right. Even Konami knows how terrible this deck is.
They're like, yeah, I don't know, they're kind of an archetype.
Those blasted worms aren't making our lives easy, though. They're pipsqueaks, but their huge numbers make them such a pain. I guess we should, you could say we're getting burned out. You might have to start calling the Flamvel Ashvel instead. And to think, if not for those lousy worms, we probably could have conquered the whole continent by now. No denying it, right? It's definitely obvious we Flamvel are the toughest around, no? Or do you care to disagree? Come on, tell me what you think.
I'm going to send you to the moon. It's rekindling flashbacks. To rip. Alright, here's the Flamvel deck. Oh yeah, the Flamvel deck. Set Flamvel guard pass. Normal summon Flamvel dog. 4 cards! Brother said 4 cards. You need 4 cards to do anything. One of them being unexpected die. Trish! Tree. Fire Yard! Oh yeah. Ah, there it is. Ah, there it is. Activate unexpected die. Yes, sir. What are we summoning here? Let's find out. Summon Flamvel Guard. Wow, not surprised. Summon Neo Flamvel Lady. Activate the effect that banishes a card from grave to do a thing. Oh, sorry, sends a guy, and then I don't know. We banish this guy. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that did so. Wow, that's so good. Send this guy, and then we get a summon this guy. Whoa, and then we get a Syncro Shogun. Synchro summon again? Oh, I don't want to do this. Why am I summoning a chicken? Why he look like that? Okay. Wow. He gained 2,000 attack. Or 200 attack, sorry. Whoa. Tribute this guy.
Battle?
Fire dog. Activate. Yeet. Wow, look at how good that was. We did 8,000 damage! That's crazy! It just required a 4-card hand. What is that? That's a nice 4-card OTK. Yep. It's great. And all it required is the opponent to do literally nothing. Let's play Sprite. Actually, no, we gotta play the loners, right? How bad is this loner, do you think? If I could have comfortably done a Cockney accent, I would have done that. That would have been so funny. Well, let's foolishly bury a... Oh. You're in here? I guess guess that makes sense. I'll send Doggo, I guess. And we'll set this guy, and we will pass the turn. Guard! That was not what I was expecting. No, wait, I needed that shit! Wait, no, I needed that! What do I even add? I guess this guy? Sure. Ah! Synchro Shogun. No way, I can't beat that. He gains 600 every turn. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna play an Edison game here. That is a card. That's actually a pretty good card. That's a pretty good one. Why are you doing this? Why are you like this? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me specifically? Send the hamster. Hamster. No, you don't. The Ice Dragon is coming. True. Sophia about to kick your ass. Oh, what are we sending? Dog. And then we Synchro Shogun. I'm sorry, this guy is your best guy? No, you're right. He's really good. He's definitely your leader. That's pretty much par for the course. Yoink. Yoink. Oh shit! We're playing good cards? That's crazy. Let's do you and you. Effect. Add back Doggo. Make Promethean. Oh wait, hold on. Make Doolittle. Keep that off. And then we'll make Promethean. No. Do I have a link for? No, why would I? Great question. Alright, combat. Honk. Wow, he's big. Promethean Princess 2 Electric Boogaloo. Honestly, sure. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, do that. That sounds like a good idea. Number 2. Imagine losing to Worms. True. Well, I mean, we have seen the decks that are currently losing to them. I don't want to be... No, I do want to be negative. LeBlanc. Baboo. He's big! Huge. Huge. Boo, 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 boo. Alright, now we got this Dangus. Why am I BMing? I'm not BMing. What are you talking about?
The battle with the worms has been heating up lately, and things aren't looking too hot for us. Oh, did you know us Flamvels are with the Ally of Justice? Actually, we were involved right when it first started up. These days, no one bats an eyelid at fighting alongside other tribes, and we even help with stuff like making worm-crushing armaments. There's no way he said that. For instance, the Ally Salvo, which is this floaty-roly thing. And when it makes contact with a worm, kapow! Since it's got Flamvel flames sealed up inside, it can explode and wipe them out. There's also all kinds of components, both big and small, that we help to build. In other words, it's basically thanks to us that the Ally of Justice are doing as well as they are. Although, now I hear that there's a problem with fiends swarming out of some rift. Happens to be near where the Jurak live. Who the fuck is the Jurak? Anyway, you know that makes me a little sorry for the Jurak. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Don't. It's fine. Then again, they're a fire tribe like us, so I'm sure they can take them down. The worms are right on our doorstep, so all our focus needs to be on them. Oh, so you know where to go now? Yeah, you ought to be fine in these parts. You ought to be fine if we part ways here. Alrighty then, I'll be seeing you. Don't go losing your way again.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the icon name of this? Huh? It's about what I expected. I don't know why it being called Baby was so confusing to me, but it was. It was. So, like, surely... Oh, Nemesis? I have questions. Nemesis? Jurak was wiped before Fable invaded? Why must I get slow players no matter what card game I play? Because it's funny. Why are you in my hand? Why are you, of all things, in my hand? My brother in Christmas. Alright, well, normal summon this. Effecto. Send this guy. I'm not supposed to send that guy. I'm supposed to send a different guy. It's fine. I'm stupid, and that's A-okay. Send the tuner. And then just, is that a guy? Oh, shit! Okay. Oh, big. Big! Send the dog. Finish the baby. Get the baby. I don't know. I just sent a guy. Ow. Ow! Ow! Wait, that's a good card. Wait, why is that a good card? Wait, no, it's not a good card. I love you. Big. Big. A big. Humongous. Oh, cool. I can go Haggard Lizard. Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. Okay, yeah, let's go this guy. Flame Banshee. Flame Banshee. Detach. Search flag. Search flag. Add flag. Link off into Haggard Lizardos. And then we go Haggard Lizardos. Targeting... That's not how that card works. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I promise. Add Corridor. Okay. Sure. Okay. And then we go Corridor. Yeah. And we do that guy. Don't worry, I got this. I got this, chat. I got this. Easy. Trust. Okay, and then we go... and then there was two. Let's go this guy with these two. Into this guy. Yup. And then let's go into this guy. I forgot that this card banishes first. It's rare that that is the case. You can't activate the effect, nor can you special summon. Okay, cool. And then we'll go into this guy. For sure. Of course. And then I'll call fire. Smile. Okay, and then we summon out this guy. Sure, I guess. I'm locked into fires because this guy's on the field. That's fine. Okay, and then we do this. And then we go like this, and we specifically banish you, and you, and you. Oh. Ah. Ah! Cool! Shit! It's fine. We'll just pass later. It's fine. Oh, cool. Let's shot those. Wait, that card's actually good. Banish, this guy, I guess. Yeet. Normal summon this guy. Let's go. I mean, it goes Atlantis here, right? No, that's a terrible idea. Let's do this. Let's add this guy. And then let's go like this. Yeah. And then let's go like this. And let's go you here. And you here. And you here. We got there. It's fine. No, Ice Barriers did nothing wrong. What are you talking about? Okay. Well, dome him in the face for 42. I still can't get over that part of the lore. It's just, the Ice Barrier's just like, yo, what if we release Trishula? It's like, why would you do that? Again? They're like, yeah, let's do it. And then immediately after, like, again, they're just like, you know what? It went so well the first time. That's my favorite part of the lore. What is this? Oh, cool. We're actually playing good cards. True comedy. Ow. Sorry, what? Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Shell! Will Malice be the new Snake Eyes? No. What does this do? Target one of your monsters on the field, banish it, then return to the field. If your opponent activates a card effect, you can target a face-up monster on the field whose effects are negated, banish it, then return to the field. Before resolving an opponent's effect that targets this card on the field, banish this card until the end phase of the next turn. Yo, that's crazy. I'll get some DD Crow. DD Crow. Is that a motherfucking fire in your grave? Get his ass. Yada yoink. Hell yeah. And then we go Amblo. Big. Go. What's happening? Right. Right. Grab the other shell. Right. 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 Alright, I'm just gonna... Does this do a thing? This doesn't do a thing, right? Oh, from hand or grave. By banishing 3 promo monsters or whatever it is. Ah, yes, yes. I'm stupid. I should have done this immediately as soon as that card hit the grave. But it's fine. Why are you here? I mean, I'm not opposed to you being here, but like, why are you here? Let's be honest. Oh, right, I forgot you have card text. Wait, hold on. Well, that doesn't do anything now, does it? We'll just go combat. It's a birthday! Ow. Rude. Rude! Why are the Melodious cards in here? It's like a genuine question. Because that seems so silly, right? Like, I'm not wrong. That seems ridiculous, right? You're like, you know what this deck needs? The Melodious cards. All of which say, hey, if you don't have a Melodious, fucking no. It's like, what are you talking about, Gabe? What are you talking about? Oh, it's peak comedy. Send the Volcanic. Is that Scattershot? Mandatory. Continue the main phase? No. Bonk. Goodbye. The Ice Barriers releasing the Ice Dragons, not once, not twice, but 3 times, is peak comedy. They're like, surely this time. He's like, nope. And then they're like, yeah, surely this time. I was like, nope. And then they're like, all right, surely this time. And then it goes way worse. It's so funny. It's so good. It's so good. Oh. Wait, there's a new tryout duel. And I just missed it. Level limited. Only monsters with an odd numbered level rank link rating can be used in this event. Wow. They said, we hate Sprite. We hate Sprite. Sprite sucks ass. Why would you do that to me, Konami? Why is it not the opposite? Oh yeah, don't worry. You can still play Snake Eye. Hooray. Hooray. What was I looking at? Oh, that's what I was going to look at. Terror Top. Woo. I also thought Kashtira. I also thought of Kashtira. Phantom Knight. And Lyralisk. Yeah, Lyralisk. Woo. Yo, I should play Mermail. Up. Chat. Do you think that the oak ban actually matters? The cats are 1, 3, and 7? What cats? Like Pearly? Pearlies are 2s. They're rank 2 Xyz. Also, acting like Riseheart is the thing that is holding Kashtira back. I just mean Kashtira as cards. Like Unicorn and Fenris. Anyway. I want to talk about real quick. This one. Snake Eye. Because with the Oak Ban, a lot of people have been like, the Oak Ban actually matters, the Oak Ban is pretty impactful, the Oak Ban yada yada. Here's the thing. I disagree. And the reason I say this is not because it removes Snake Eye, or like it, you know, Snake Eye is not going to be, or is like still playable, right, and is still like a good option. But in fact, the opposite. Snake Eye didn't matter. Snake Eye was never the issue with this deck. It was always the Millennium cards. It was always the Fiendsmith stuff. You don't need any of the Snake Eye stuff. this deck can basically remain the exact same without the Snake Eye cards. And will still function basically the same. You can still OSS into any level 1 fire. That is true. You could still play Rescue Ace. But the point is that how many of these cards actually matter for Snake Eye? Or more specifically, this deck. Because, like, can't you just pivot to, like, Azamina? Or White Forest? Or Yubel? And still get away with, like, the same stuff? Hell, you could even play, like, Orchist and still get away with the same stuff. The thing is, I don't think this changes anything. Your turn 1 is mostly the same. Here's the thing. I think it does do enough to pivot Snake Eye from being in the Fiendsmith slop stuff. But at that point, you could play Kashtira, you could still play Diabel for a myriad of other things, like, for example, just the Azamina stuff, right? You could also do the, you still have the Millennium stuff. Even though Golem's at 1, whoa, you still have all of the Millennium stuff. You still have, like, Snake Eye Fire King if you really want to. Like, that is still very possible. Like, Oak being banned doesn't actually do anything. Because the deck itself more or less functions the same. That's why I'm so disappointed with the Snake Eye Oak ban, because I don't think the Snake Eye cards were the problem. Very clearly that was not the reason why this deck was so prominent. It's like, yes, it was called Snake Eye, but realistically it wasn't Snake Eye. How many Snake Eye cards were actually in these decks? They were more Millennium Fiendsmith than they were anything else. I feel bad for Exodia players. I don't. Suffer. You lose out on grind game and resilience, but some combo left Oak in deck for follow-up with OSS and Grave. Yep. But then again, you could also just entirely cut the Snake Eye stuff and just play, like, anything else. There's a myriad of engines that are also available to you now. Hell, you could play Adventure. Like, what the hell are you normal summoning in this deck now? You could just play the Adventure stuff. Like, that sounds really stupid. But, like, you could. And it would more or less function similarly. Not that that's a good idea, but you could. But you could also play Kashtira. You could play... What's another, like, normal summon that you could get away with that, like, does something? Yes, there's not something as powerful as normal summon Snake Eye Ash, but, like... I'm sure there's other stuff that you could absolutely get away with that does more or less the same stuff. Right? Like, can't you just do the hell are you? I mean, you could also just put in more, like, Snake Eye stuff, or, Fiendsmith stuff. Oh, cool, you could just... Yeah, you could just normal summon Hydra. That is true. You could do that. Normal Alistair. Getting hit because of other sins always feels awful. Sure. Anyway. The point is, I really don't think the Fiendsmith stuff is going to stop. And that was mostly what Snake Eye was already. There's gotta be, like, another normal summon that does stuff, right? I mean, don't you just play, like, White Forest now? Can't you just play, like, a Stellar? Or, the other one? Elzette? And more or less still do the same thing? Like, you just play a smaller engine of, like, Elzette, Sylvie, and, like, Orusia, and Dark Elzette, Just play Jet Synchron again? Yeah, that, like, also works. It's not terrible, right? I mean, you could even play Jet Synchron instead of Oak, right? And that still functions more or less the same. I don't know. I'd have to see. But I really feel like this doesn't do anything. You still can play, like, a bunch of Fiendsmith slops. Maybe the Snake Eye variant is no longer the, maybe the Fiendsmith slop decks are no longer the de facto best deck, and maybe it is Blue Eyes or something along those lines, but, like, does that actually change anything? I don't know. Wait, can't you just play Birch? Doesn't Birch just do, like, the same thing? Doesn't Birch fulfill, like, the exact same roles that we would need Oak for? We're gonna do some testing. We're gonna do some testing. I'm also just gonna, like, fully delete this deck because it's really bad. All right, we're gonna do post-ban list. Fiendsmith. Moon. Lurie. He's the star of the show. Millennium. The one Golem. 3 a piece of this. And the one Temple. Maybe you play like 2 Temple now? Maybe? Probably not. What else am I missing? The Kashtiras? Or Diabell? Diabell Star. Let me actually see what people were playing at the top. Okay, here's a deck list. Nice, even 40 cards, 3 Diabell. With the Oak and everything. Yeah, they're still just playing the one card. Yeah, dude, this really did something. It really did. It's so crazy. Birch can't special summon Flomberg on your turn and no revive. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Does it? Like, does that actually change the math on anything? It kind of does, but not really, right? Because, like, what do you do? Okay, so if you draw Snake Eye Ash, or Poplar, or OSS Access, all of those basically do the exact same thing, which is normal summon, grab the other one, right? Like, Ash into Poplar into OSS, send Poplar, summon Birch, and then Ash for Flomberg with the OSS, and then the Link 2, and you do the combo anyway, and it doesn't matter. Or you could do, like, Poplar into OSS, OSS send the Poplar, grab Ash, Ash into Flomberg, and then any other guy does it. Which already was the case. Right? Or you can go like... Yeah, does it actually... Like, I think it still more or less does the exact same thing. Yes, it changes, like, grind game situations and stuff like that, but you still more or less get the same thing. too many experience with the Exodia stuff to know what the hit was there. It's this guy. It's always this guy. It's always been this guy. The problem is, though, with the Millennium stuff... Actually, I'm lying to you. It's not this guy. It's this guy. It's Zombie Vamp. You ban Zombie Vamp, and this engine becomes significantly worse. Zombie Vamp basically does the same thing that Beatrice did previously, where it was like, oh, here's a generic guy that you can go into with a very simple engine that doesn't require, like, a normal summon, and then you just are off to the races. So yeah, it's Zombie Vamp. Still much better than facing a Horus engine. Anyway, where was I? Coolio. So yeah, we'll play that. We'll play that. Are we playing any of like the stupid spell traps? No. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. That is a hand trap lineup, to say the least. 1 for 1. Called by Maxi Ash. Cross out. Droll. Fua. Nib. Triple tack. Imperm. Imperm. Triple tack. I have changed 1 card. Oh, that's not true. I've actually changed 2 cards. Did I don't have Bonfire. Hold on. I haven't dismantled this. Oh my god. Oops. And what else am I missing here, chat? Oh, I'm playing 1 tract. Let's play the 2nd tract. There you go. Doom Dragon being an extender and a board breaker is just silly. Yes. Absolutely. Imagine going back in time 20 years and telling somebody Sengajin is a ban-worthy card now. That is truly a hilarious prospect. Snake Eye, Doom Dragon. We need Necroquip. We need DDD. Wave King Caesar. We need Zombie Vamp. Promethean. We need Linkaribo. Phoenix. Phoenix. Apo and SP. Oh, and IP. Oh, we're not playing Agnum Day. Yeah, we're not playing Agnum Day. Makes sense, makes sense. Master packs, of course. You're also master packs. Why would you buy? Why would you not be? Maybe we'll also build Crystron. Let's pull some packs. Skippa. Ryuge. Hell yeah. awesome. 10 out of 10. These packs are really treating me good. Alright. Wait, did I get so many gems? Don't ask. I just haven't bought anything in a while. Oh, cringe Tron. You're not wrong. Surprised how few people are playing Pearly these days. That's because Pearly's terrible. It's VW if it wasn't a base deck. So, VW. VW has only ever been known to do heinous criminal activities. Thanks to a specific rank 9 that they can make pretty consistently. Son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? At least we got Tristaras. Like, that's something. How expensive is Crystron? Hooray. Hooray, shiny Moogle. Hilarious. Done that game. Thanks, game. Let's actually look at the Crystron list. Crystron. Is it 3 of this guy? Alright, Tatsuki. Tatsuki! Show me the way. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't that expensive. Not nearly as expensive as I was expecting it to be. I guess, like, Infinity... and a Skeletos. Oh, Dawn Dragsters, you are too. Like, all of the rest of this stuff is stuff that I would expect to already... Oh, Clockwork Knight as well. Okay. It's not nearly as bad as I was expecting. One of this? One of this. 3 Smiger, 3 Sulfador, a Citry, a Fistvern, and that's it. And then, of course, Cluster, and that is it for the Crystron cards. How interesting. And then, of course, we get to throw in the line. There's 2 N's. I always forget that there's 2 N's. Because I know that there's 2 L's. And I'm like, surely there's not 2 N's as well. But no, there is. I'm just stupid. It's always treated as a Millennium card. That's very funny. I did not know that. Crystron had good traps before. That is true. Crystron has some very good cards. Trigger one of your banished Crystron, special summon it, and then change a monster to 0 defense. And then during either player's turn, you can banish it when a card or effect, during either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. When a card or effect is activated that targets a Crystron, you can banish this to negate the effect, which is pretty nice. And then Entry is also pretty good. Specials 2 Krystrons, Crystron tuners, one from hand and one from grave. And then during either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your grave to target a Crystron monster you control. Send a Crystron with a different level. And if you do, that monster becomes the level of the monster sent. Which is just like, these are like fairly decent cards. They're very good in Crystron, but like overall they're not like great disruptions. But the idea is like, oh, hey, you have access to like the synchros more effectively. Anyway, it's very interesting. Also, the fact that all three of these happen to be commons is very funny. It's very funny. Anyway, Perpetual Maze. I don't know if we'll actually build Crystron, but we might. We might. Depending on how our polls go. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, game. I'll be very upsetty. The Hard Life Ladder Climb with Crystron? Yeah, that was prior to the new support, too. It didn't lie. Would you look at that? It did lie. I'm lying to you. That was the most lie that I've ever... that has ever lied. What would you even do with Cluster? Like, all of the Crystrons don't do anything. Are you gay? No! No! Can I get the SR pack back, please? Too bad Monarch was the hottest shit all the time. True. Solfnir. Solfafnir. Solfador. That's a different card entirely. It's fine. Okay, chat. How many of you know this card existed prior to today? Target a banished monster. Special summon this card. Shuffle that target into the deck. You can target a nemesis monster in your grave. Add it to your hand. I didn't even know there was another nemesis monster. Like I knew there was one. I just never thought there was one. Because I was like, yeah, it's Flagging Corridor, and that's it. Hey, that's a card I needed. Hell yeah. There's a nemesis for each attribute? See, I did know that. Well, I couldn't tell you any other than Flagging Corridor. Those are the only two that actually matter. Why did I get 9,000 Agave Dragons? I have 14. It's shown its head in Master Saga multiple times. Ah, I see. I really wish cards like Oasis of the Dragon Soul was better. It's such a cool card. Such a simple card as well. Well, that's the only archetype I do not give a shit about. No! Why couldn't that have been a Crystron? Trying to tell me something? What is it trying to tell me? Do I know that Nemesis has spell traps? Yes. I know Nemesis is a full archetype. Could I tell you what that archetype does outside of literally like 4 cards? No. Because they're not real and they can't hurt you. Happy bread. What an insane pack, by the way. Never mind, I lied to you. I tricked you into thinking it was good. I want you to use Agave Dragon. We're not playing a best of 3, so there's no point in winning in time. Smile. Are you gay? Oh, cool. Tristar. That guy. I got a Royal Materia Reactor and a random Master Pack and immediately dusted it. That's a pretty nice Royal to get. Because that's just 30 free crafting dust. Hell yeah. Nyom. Slime. What's the line? Something something said you got the slime in your head. Who's the person that Kendrick references there? Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I'm lying to you. Yum, yum. Hilarious. Crystron still needs Hulk to be strong, but Hulk is problematic and may get an errata in the future. Define strong. What I would like to know is your definition of strong. Because Crystron is strong in both the TCG and the OCG. Sorry, not the OCG. And Master Duel. They're not the best deck, but they are competitive with the current top decks. Which I would say is strong, right? Also, yeah, Hulk does absolutely nothing in Crystron. It's actually kind of funny. It's one of those things where it's like, wow, imagine if this did anything. Does this... Okay, this card isn't played in Albaz, right? Or in... whatchamacallit? Like, there's no shot you play this. Branded, that's the name of the deck. Smile. I refuse to believe that you play that card. You simply don't. Smile. Don't need the Ryuge. Are you gay? I mean, we could play, like, Ryuge... Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Who's memed to death in the past, along with Verte? Sub replay Friday. Why do I have this guy? Don't know. Don't care. He's there. Don't need the extra Clockwork Knight. I'm only ever going to use one. Let's be honest with ourselves. Oh, hey, I can dismantle this. I forgot that that went to one. Was that on the same ban list? It wasn't. So I'm just missing out on crafting points. Right, smile. Materia Reactor. Are you gay? Are you gay? Man, I miss the toy box version of Azamina White Forest. Or just White Forest, I guess. That stuff was sick. That was so fun, dude. That was maybe the most enjoyable combo deck I've played in, like, maybe ever. That was so fun. That's not true. I did play Dragon Link. Dragon Link is crazy. Anyway, beside the point. You get the point. That stuff was very fun. Must be fine, right? Yeah, I only needed what? A few cards? Saw a list using Alba system. They ran Sheeran as a branded fusion target to shuffle back the 6 monsters. Probably only happened once in 100 games. Good to know. Dragon Link best deck? True. Dragon... Okay, if we're talking about some of the most fun decks to play, Dragon Link is so sick, dude. I heckin' love Dragon Link. It's so fun to play. I need to play Dragon Link again because it's not that bad. But, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, it's fun. It's a fun one. Let's use... Yeah, we'll use this one. Maybe we'll do that today. We'll see. Where's the... Is it this one? It's this one. Mate? Yeah, it's Doggo. Well, let's do Tri Brigade. Millennium, Desiree, and Birch. Hell yeah. Just rough against Droll in the Maxi minigame? Well, yeah. That's always been the case. Actually, Droll's more of a new problem with the deck. I could be lying to you. A stupid card that you only play because it's cool rather than to win. Cool. So what you're saying is I am good at it is good to uncraft it. Smile. Going second. Wow, who would have guessed? What a crazy hand. Except for the fact that I'm lying to you, but it's a crazy hand. Engaver. Never mind, this hand's crazy. And then they called by me, and it just, like, doesn't matter. Lurie, he's the star of the show. Oh? Oh? Oh, that's why. Right. Huh? Would it not have been better to keep the engraver on field? I guess it doesn't really matter too much, does it? And there is a sequence, and that is summon number 5, baby. Get his ass. And then they go into the Millennium cards, and it doesn't matter. Okay. So I have to contend with what, the Fiendsmith Trap? That's not a great draw, but it's not a bad one either. Sengajin. Do you have La Cucaracha? I would imagine you have La Cucaracha. Which, if that is the case, that is sad, but... You also all are still just, like, dead on field. Droll? Droll 2! Electric Boogaloo! Tragic. You hate to see it. I could go Phoenix here, pitching Snake Idea Bellstar. Attempt to go after the back row, and then go into Moon. I could also go Dia Bellstar, and then they're just dead on field, right? Yes. Okay. This is why the Millennium cards suck ass. Whoa, crazy. Who would have guessed? Some sequence. Sure. Cool. Anyway, you're still dead. Isn't that so fun, dude? Because now I do Fiendsmith combo and burn you with Lacrima. Hip hurrah, dude. Hell yeah. What a great game. What a great game. What a cool and interesting and fun game. Whoa! Yeah! Nah, the Oak Band was definitely what was the problem. Clearly it's not the cards that just generates too much fucking advantage on their own. Clearly Snake Eye was the problem. Smile. To be fair, I did nid run. So, I did draw the run. That's inconclusive evidence. We'll sweep that under the rug. Sweep that under the rug. Troll? I was really expecting troll there, I'm not gonna lie. Imperm. Nothing. Nothing? Nothing? Nada? Not a thing. Nothing. Okay. OSS kinda sucks, so we'll go with this one. Let's go like this into this guy. Poplar into back row the Poplar. That's where he go. Let's go Wedju here. Wedju. Put this guy into back row. Put this guy into back row. Make the Doom Dragon. No, we're gonna do this first. Add this guy. We'll go activate this, send this. This is summon number 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this would be 5. Coolio. And then we go for this guy here. And we go into this guy here. And then we go into this guy. I'm guessing this is branded, the 52 card deck of branded, which is more or less fine. It's not. It's something so much stupider. But okay. I guess this guy, right? Yeah, that makes so much sense. Even though that's the guy I kind of wanted to put into the back row. I guess I still can, right? Yeah, let's do this. Boom. Requiem. Oh, would the one card Ash combo go now? I read that a bit too late. Imagine if we milled a piece. True, imagine. That'd be crazy. Let's just go sequence here. Let's go Engraver. Shuffle back this guy. Summon this guy. Let's go sequence with these two here. Sequence. Fuse. I'm probably messing up this line. I don't think this is the correct play. Shuffle back those two. Summon this guy. And then let's go for Lurie. Because we haven't been drolled. At this thing. Let's go Tract. For Lurie, he's the star of the show. Special. Make. Make this guy. Make this guy. Do this for this guy. Do this. Place a guy. This guy. Effect. Put Ash, I guess, into the back row. For this guy. That was fucking stupid. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have done that. That was really, really stupid. I forgot that I need that guy for a thing. Okay, well, passing there. I forgot. I'm dumb. Oh, no. Now Flomberg doesn't do anything. I was supposed to put the Doom Dragon back into the back row. Yeah, that was really, really stupid. Yeah, it's fine. No. Mm-hmm. Sengajin. No. Appo's really cool. Okay. Okay, so they have a dead card in hand. Out comes this guy. You know, let's do this. Bring up this guy. Okay. You can be destroyed by combat, right? Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, let's do this anyway. Nice, unstoppable Exodia. He's crazy. Uh-huh. Okay. Snake Eye Pure, when it was tier 0, did reward the smarter player? No, it didn't. That is very much so not the case. That was never really the case. I played that pretty poorly. Didn't matter. I made Appa. Snake Eye Pure, in theory, did interesting stuff, and in practice never actually did any of that. What a hand. What a good hand. What a great, fantastic, interesting hand. I love having 9 one-card starters. It's my favorite, dude. Hells yeah. Maxi. Ash. Okay, sure. Honestly, reasonable Ash Blossom. Cool, anyway. What a great game. Yeah, dude. Fucking, yeah, Oak mattered. Oak mattered there. It really did. It really surely did, dude. No, that Golem limitation absolutely changed the way that Millennium works, and surely we're not going to just be playing Millennium Turbo. Hell yeah, dude. Snake Eye Doom Dragon is totally understandable. Mountain's reaction to Millennium into 1-for-1? True. This hand's crazy, dude. This hand's crazy, dude. Stun? It's lab. Okay, that's interesting. Imperm is something. That's all I will say. Mm-hmm. That's Sengajin. Oh yeah. Cool, let's do Fiendsmith. Or do I try to go Phoenix here? I think I actually go Phoenix here. Do I not? Hold on. What's a better option here? Because I have Diabell for follow-up. But if that gets stopped, like, I'm just cooked, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Big welcome. They can't Daruma here. Which is what I'm guessing this is. Hello? I could reasonably defend Snake Eyes to a certain point under a perfect play scenario, which almost never happened. It was go first equals win in tier 0 snakes. Perfect Play was not nearly as difficult as it was out to be. It was basically draw the hand, traps, or lose. Which is where it ended up being a more difficult deck and a more interesting deck. But for the most part, it was literally just draw the hand, traps, or lose. Yeah, I definitely hit the Daruma there. Guarantee I hit the Daruma there. 1000%. Bajillion%. No shot that wasn't the case. Or simultaneous equation cannon. Which, if it was simultaneous, oops. What a hand. What if I pitched called by? I can't go Wedju, right? Like, that doesn't do anything. So I think I actually pitch Wedju. No, that's a terrible idea. Why the hell would I do that? That's a great question. Well, if I do that, I go that into... Okay, yeah. We do this. We pitch this guy. That feels like really bad, but that is technically the correct play. And then just hope that we don't get impermed. I'm guessing Ash here, right? Nothing? Really? Really? Okay. Interesting. Failure. Sure. Man, Called By is such a cool card. Don't you guys agree? Don't worry, dude. You were never doing anything. Your hand traps did not fucking matter. Oh, man. Imagine if they also saw the triple tack there. Oh, man. That would have been horrible. That would have been a horrible game. It already was. Let's be honest. That game was exactly what I expected. No, Called by the Grave is fair and balanced and reasonable, and so is Cross Out, and so... I hate it here. Wait, this hand actually is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, this hand is kind of bad. I'm just blatantly lying to you, by the way. Just blatantly lying. I love lying to my opponents. Is that literally any two monsters? That's crazy. Ash. Wow, crazy. Who would have guessed? Maxi. How are you drawing like this? That's the entirety of my deck. My entire deck does that. Every single card is a one-card starter. Mm-hmm. Damn, if only that droll fucking mattered. And then we make DD Wave King, and then we make... Yeah. We make Apo. I could either make Promethean or I could make Apo. Those are like my two options here. If I normal... Oh, if I normal, I can do both. I'm lying to you. Yeah, if I normal, I can go into both. I could also do that into that into... Well, kind of nothing. I could go Promethean into that, which again does nothing. I think it's literally just... This is pretty good though, right? If I do that into that, I bring back that, I put that into the back row, and then I link off for nothing. Yeah, we'll just make Apo here. This only summons from deck, right? And your deck. Okay. I have Fiendsmith for follow-up. Do you bell? Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Attempt combat. It's a little annoying, right? So we go SP here. They could either deal with the IP or they could deal with the Apo, but they can't deal with both. I mean, yeah, we still just do this. The fuck? Yeah, this doesn't do anything, dude. That's crazy. What a good game. What a great game. 6 card for turn? Maxi. 10 out of 10. No nuts. Voodoo Eyes. Sure. I kind of want them to play into the nib. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They already have the field spell? That's hilarious, dude. Yeah. Mausoleum. Sure. Mausoleum. Target. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. dash, right? Okay. Wishes, sure. Mm-hmm. 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 Normal summon Sage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude, Nib goes crazy here. Yeah, that's fine. What a draw. Yeah, fuck you. Mm-hmm. 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 Do I know they have a Veiler in hand? I do, right? Fuck you and yours. Mm-hmm. Oh, now the bonfire kind of sucks, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, normal summon Poplar. Effective Poplar. Imperm? Purge? Veiler? Purge. Okay. As expected. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Place self into back row. Summon. Mm-hmm. Veiler. Mm-hmm. I go draw 2 here, right? This requires effect monsters. This requires effect monsters. This doesn't. Yeah, but everything here requires effect monsters. Okay, we'll go bonfire here. Try Birch. And then go triple tack. To draw 2. Damn, dude, that's crazy. Really? That's insanity. Okay. That's, like, really, really unlucky. Do I go combat here? No. No, we'll just set one. That. They have wishes they can grab here. But if they wishes, we droll. It's not great. Mm-hmm. Set roar. What the fuck's that roar? Did you draw wishes for turn or something? That'd be crazy. Hmm. Well, that seems fair and balanced. I mean, yeah, we droll, but it doesn't do anything. That's very unlucky. That's so unbelievably unlucky, dude. That's very frustrating. Because if, like, they don't draw specifically that, I think we're still in this. But yeah, like, I think we're thoroughly cooked here. Are we? Yeah, probably. Do you have cross out? It's not cross out. Is it drill beam? You had a drill beam set. Oh. Sure. Am I dead? I don't think so. Do I have anything that I can do here? No. No, I'm just cooked. Yeah, that's unlucky. Of course, the Blue Eyes player draws everything that they could have ever asked for, and I draw absolutely nothing. That's not surprising. How's it been so far? Nothing has changed. Banna's gonna make more brick hands like this. What the fuck are you talking about? This is literally one card has changed. One card has changed. I searched the card that we changed. That had nothing to do with a brick hand. That was just unlucky. Hmm. I had a high chance of seeing either a Fiendsmith card or something else of that nature, a Millennium card, something that got me into that game. I happened to not see it. Unlucky. I love this game. We're gonna have to deal with full engine, which means that they have the drill beam. What's the best way to deal with the drill beam? That's a good question. I guess Desiree, right? Desiree is probably the best option there. Yeah. Okay. Good to know, good to know. What a good game. What a good, interesting game. Oh, I could have done I goofed a little there. I could have added an additional material, and that I didn't. Because I'm a goofy goober. This guy. Go like this. Send this guy. For this guy. Let's go this guy. Place this guy here. This guy. Maiden Drillbeam wishes called by Sage and Beryl. Yep. True. Ready? Harpy's Feather Duster. Go. Or am I getting Kaiju? One of the two, right? Oh yeah, Zombie Vampire is absolutely ban-worthy. Now that we have easier access to it with the Millennium cards and Doom Dragon, yeah, it's nightmarish. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Boogie. Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, dude, that combo was nasty. Like, that's what the deck is theoretically capable of doing. It's like Battle Protected Apo, Desiree with 2 negates, the IP Masquerena into SP Little Knight play, as well as with the Flomberg in order to gain access to additional bodies and searches and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, what the hell are you supposed to do? Solitaire? Kinda. But that's just every deck nowadays. Whoa, called by, who would've guessed? Hmm. Let me guess. Yubel? Who would have guessed? Motherfucker, we're playing Calf Shell? Oh, I was close. I was gonna say normal summon Samsara. Can we beat this? Depending on if they mess this up. But no, I don't think we can. Not with this hand. What in the world are we possibly thinking about here? Oh, we already had Samsara in hand? Oh man, I wish I was that good. Dang, I wish I was that good, dude. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. With how slow they're playing, I have a feeling that they don't actually know the combo, and I have a feeling they might mess it up. I am correct. I hate when I'm correct. Yeah. Pitch Spirit, right? What? What? Okay. Wait, this is ass. If they literally don't hit Samsara, that's terrible. They got so lucky there. That's... Really? That's the play? Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can I contest a Varudras Apo Phantom? No, most likely not. I'm losing to the most high roll bullshit I think I've ever seen. Yikes, dude. Yeah, for sure. Pop off, King. Mm-hmm. Wait, now what? So just make Apos at one pass? Huh? Huh? That's a crazy card to draw. That is a crazy card to draw, if I do say so myself. So you're telling me you have nothing, is what you're saying. Yeah. What the hell does this mean? Is this just Ava? That's a choice. That is a choice. Yeah, I guess that technically works. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. I could have gone Lurie there. Lurie, he's the star of the show. Man, Called By really is just a fair and balanced Yu-Gi-Oh card, isn't it? Isn't it? Literally, this entire hand dies to this. Like, this entire board just doesn't do anything now. It's like, wow, congratulations, now your board doesn't do anything. To a extremely common card that you should expect to see. 10 out of 10, no nuts. Perfection. Congratulations. They should have banished the Snake Eye Ash, but I get why they didn't. If I do that, we do that. No, we just do this. I made a mistake. It's fine. I should have pitched Diabellstar now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Okay, cool. Go Fiend Smash. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go Lacrima. Yeah, let's go Lacrima. Shuffle you and you here. Lacrima. Targeting this guy. Alright, let's go Engraver. Attract. Attract. Flurry. Flurry. Could go SP here to banish something. What exactly do I want to do here? Let's go combat here. I don't think I'm killing him this turn. Okay, cool. Let's go now like this. Go back to this guy. Desiree kind of goes crazy here. So we'll go Tract. Desiree. You, and you. Here. Sequence. Here. For this guy. And then we could send and set and then special. That doesn't really do anything, huh? I think we grab Wanted. Well, we could do that. And then go into what? Yeah, great question. Yeah, we'll set Wanted. Oh, but I know that they have the, Kuzuma, what's it? Don't I? Yeah. That's really frustrating. Oh, that changes some things. So now I think we do have to go... This is... when, right? When this card is destroyed except by its... Oh, destroyed by except by its own effect. Okay, let's actually do this then. This is a really stupid play. Let's go Chainlink 1 SP. Targeting the Yubel. And Chainlink 2 Desiree. Putting back you. Sending this. That triggers this. Fuck me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Uh-huh. I think I goofed there at the end. That was really, really stupid. I should have made SP earlier to banish the continuous. Mm-hmm. This doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck would you not have that? Don't worry, dude. Called by is a cool card. I promise. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nightmare Pain. Yep. Alright, we'll just activate this. Add back. Let's get out here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're playing multiple U-Bell, of course. I think it doesn't really matter. Okay. I probably could have done something better there. But, like, I knew Desiree wasn't going to be enough because I knew that they had the Eternal Favorite. Or, what is this? Nightmare Pain. The card that should be banned. I knew that they had that, so I was like, okay, I can't really do anything there. Outcomes for Rudras. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Now they do the Unchained line. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Depends on what's really in there extra. Huh? Oh, we're playing bad cards. Okay, that makes sense. Knowing that they have the Nightmare Pain in hand, like, there's very little that I could do there. The fact that the game was even playable was due to the fact that they threw heavily. But, like, I should never have been in that game to begin with. So, I feel less bad. But that being said, I think I could have won that. I don't know. Could I have? If I go, like... No, I really struggle to think of a world in which I win that. I think that was incorrect. I'm not gonna lie. I think I should have drolled myself. That was dumb. Like, I should have drolled here instead of, that. Could go Necroquip here. Does that do anything? Kinda. Not really. I think I just go Desiree, right? Yeah. I could go like Lacrima here, right? Imperm. As expected. Cool. Imagine if I had any other starter. Cool. Yeah, I should have drolled there and kept the called by. This does matter. This is one of like the few starts where this does matter. So they have what? Called by Purge, probably? Called by Purge Drill Beam that I have to contest with? That seems fun, fair, and balanced. Tract is something. It's not a very good something, but it is a something, at the very least. Alright, let's go Requiem. That is a shit imperm. That is maybe one of the worst imperms I've ever seen. Holy. Purge? What are we doing? That's my Quevin. Okay, let's go that into that into that into that into that. That's probably my best option. Oh, I think I go SP here. Or is it Phoenix? What am I worried this is? It's likely Majesty, right? If it's Majesty, it's a pop 1. Okay, which means I think the actual play is going Graver here. Shuffle out this guy. Is it Called By? Called By would go crazy. use that. I don't have a normal that does anything here, do I? No, tragically. Okay, let's do... Yeah, there's very little I can do here. If this is Majesty. If it's Majesty, I'm just fucked. Like, it really is just that simple. In which case... Let's go like this. Oh, that was dumb. That was really, really dumb. That was pretty silly. Pretty silly, stupid. Banish the blue eyes. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go Promethean here, then. We have Nib? Is that what it is? Could be Nib. No, it wasn't Imperm. Kind of as expected. There's a lot of things they could potentially have in hand, but also they saw all three Imperms, which is so annoying. Normal Sage. It was Nib. I was right. It was Nib. That's crazy. Roar. Sage. Sick. Hell yeah, bud. Roll goes crazy here. Not really, I'm lying to you. Roar. Summon from Banish. To pick you up. Yeah. You gotta set another Imperm here. That's frustrating. It's not that big of a deal, but it does matter. I have a lot of live draws, which is nice. Combat. Reset Imperm. Now I do have the ability to actually go into these, which is very nice. So that is something of note. Normal Sage. Yeah, we'll do this. Requiem. Summon Requiem. Oh? Yeah, sure. Synchro Shogun. We're gonna make Seal? Ew. Why the hell would you do that as opposed to make the Synchro? That's like actually good here. Because we're stupid? True. Hadn't thought about that. Okay. Summon Lacrima? Do I send Lacrima? Or do I send with Lacrima? I do, yeah. I send Tract. What's up, Digi? How's it going? Do they have just Imperm that I have to contend with? That's a horrible, no good, very bad draw. There's just Imperm, right? It's like the only thing I have to contend with. Okay. Combat. Attack. We even summon here that does anything? That's the real question. Yeah, that guy does stuff. I forgot. Fuck me. Okay. Let's go Engraver. Put back the Requiem. Here. Let's go for Tract here? No. Let's go Lacrima. Let's go Lacrima. Angel Requiem. Oh. I forgot that that's how that would work. I'm fucked here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm fucked. That's frustrating. The Imperm does just contest everything here, doesn't it? Okay, we'll go Tract here. Yeah, that's unlucky. Oh, that's unlucky. Target this guy. Imperm. Yeah. Imagine a Blue Eyes player not drawing everything and everything at once. Wow, that's crazy. That's so fun. Imagine a Blue Eyes player not drawing literally everything that they could have ever asked for at every point, any time. Literally, it was like... Oh, that hand makes me so angry, dude. That hand is so bullshit. Oh, I love it. Yeah, just draw 3 Imperms. Just Imperm. I'm so sick of stupid-ass Blue Eyes, dude. It never feels like I ever lose to Blue Eyes unless they draw literally Godlike. And it always seems like they draw Godlike. Where it's very, very specific hands that end up killing me. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw 1-card combo into, 4 hand traps. Or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw Drill Beam in, against you when you exactly lose to Drill Beam and nothing else. It's like 10 out of 10 nuts. Man, I just... Blue Eyes literally makes me hate this game. It's one of the many things that's just like, wow, yeah, that too. Why not? Also, my hand was terrible. I always brick against Blue Eyes. Like, I never don't brick. Droll. Am I gonna get nibbed? Let's find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. To be fair, I can't be nibbed yet, but... eventually. Of course it's Blue Eyes. Why would it not be Blue Eyes? Stealing this doesn't do anything. No. Imagine a Blue Eyes player not drawing everything they could have ever asked for. How much do you want to bet? My end board's just not going to matter because they're going to have everything. Cool, they scooped. Oh yeah, Snake Idea Bellstar absolutely cooked me there. Almost any other card does it. Like, imagine drawing Sengajin there. It's like, oh, I just win the game. Tragic. How much do you want to bet this is, well, actually... Why do I open my mouth? Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Called by? What? Alright, normal summon Sage. Actually, activate, wishes. Oh. Never mind. Okay. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Opponent's hand is significantly weaker. Do I think Zombie Vamp should be banned? Yes. At this point, yes. I struggle to think of a world in which that is not the best option. Zombie Vamp's the new Chaos Ruler? Yep. It's literally one card less, and mills both players, but does pretty much the same thing. Are we going Desiree? Or not Desiree, Wave King? Maybe. Yeah, we are going to DD Wave King. Normal Summon Snake Eye Ash, go. Wait, this doesn't do what you want it to, though. This is, like, actively bad. Am I wrong? Isn't that, like, terrible? Like, if I have... Okay. If I have Nib there, like, they just get cooked, right? Sure. Yep. Cool, thanks. Drill Beam. Wow, crazy. Who would have guessed? What a fun game. What a fun game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow. Okay. You can use Paradise on this? I guess. Yep. That seems really bad. Sure. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. 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 Do that. I mean, they have to negate this. I could just go Wedju here. It's like arguably better, right? If I go Diabell, I could go Diabell into kind of nothing. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Wedju here. That does seem like the correct play. Because I forgot that this guy can't negate the fucking stupid-ass bullshit-ass temple. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Do you have Nib? It's gotta be Nib, right? Like, what else could it be? They should have done a lot of things differently, to be fair. And they didn't. Because they're goofy goobers. Surprised they haven't nibbed yet. But I guess it makes sense, right? Oh, there's a motherfucking Bisty. Sure. Does that work? No. Okay, cool. Anyway. Don't worry, we've all thought that that worked that way, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't immediately negate the... negate with wave count. Like, that's the one thing that that would do. But okay. To each their own, I guess. This is a hand. That's for sure. Ash? No, can't be Ash. Is it Imperm? Could be Imperm. Yeah, I think it's Imperm. Tragic. Tragic. Could go DD Wave King. That doesn't do anything. It's a Bestial. Okay. Yeah. Second Bestial? No. Ash is something here. What do you search that does anything? You search a lot that does stuff. I think I have to draw here. That's like my one option. Yeah, I'm gonna Ash this. Dang, if I had gone Necroquip earlier, that would have been arguably better. Bestial. Ash? Nope. Sick. That's exactly what I wanted. Fuck you and yours. Does this trigger Necroquip? Should, right? Yeah. Oh, baby, that's crazy. So I'm almost certain they have Nib. I guess they could have like a second Bestial. Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could be a second Bestial. To be fair. Could have gone Apo there. Maybe Apo would have been better there. Now that I'm thinking about it. That's cute. We'll go Poplar. Valor? I guess. Yeah. Valor was not what I was expecting. Do you have a Lights Engrave? Oh, I don't play that card. Never mind. Wait. Okay. That's crazy, nasty, stupid. Don't you guys agree? Isn't that crazy, nasty, stupid? Poplar. put, I don't know, Birch into the background? Yeah, for some reason I can still do this. Lacrima, you and I guess you make the most sense. And I could still make Desiree. I could make Desiree, or I could make DD Wave King, or I could make Appo. Do I have a way of making Appo without that? Yeah, I really do. Okay. Then yeah, let's go Desiree. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Desiree makes the most sense here. That was dumb. But it's fine. Don't worry, dude. This game is dumb. Smile. You'll never guess what I drew that off of. Yeah. No, no. Man, fuck this game. Man, me and my homies hate this game. That was dumb. That was a really, really stupid ass game. Holy crap. Can you show the deck? Yeah. It's literally the same deck from this world's competitor. Sorry, not this one. Who was it? It was this one, RJ. Who came in second at the WCQ with one card changed. Instead of Oak, it's Birch. That's it. It's the same deck. So there you go. That's the deck list. That's the deck list. It's post-ban list, and literally one card changed, and it didn't matter. It came up once, I think, where it mattered, where this was not specifically Oak. It came up literally once. There was one time where it would have been useful for me to be able to, like, normal summon in Oak and then, like, bring back a guy and, like, do stuff from there. But outside of that, didn't matter. Didn't matter. Isn't that crazy? And, like, we did very well with this. I lost 3 games. I lost 3 games today. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I went 10-3. And I played bad. Okay, I didn't play that bad. But I did play kind of poorly. So that's all. That's all. Just finished my Snake Eye deck and saw the ban list and was scared. Granted, I am in Diamond, so it's not like I'm playing against the best players. But I really don't think this ban list does anything. I really thought it would. I was going into this genuinely expecting Oak ban to matter. I was thinking like, oh, this changes the top decks. This makes it so that Snake Eye is like significantly worse. And it's not worth playing, right? This did actually less than I was expecting. Like, I really was... I really thought branded... Or not branded. That Oak ban was gonna matter. The problem is, Snake Eye cards are not the problem. They haven't been the problem. Like, the entire time. Birch is like the exact same brick as Oak. At this point, the Snake Eye deck is not Snake Eyes as much as it is like Millennium Fiendsmith. The Snake Eye cards basically just allow you to go into the like Fiendsmith stuff. And the end board just allows you to go into like Apo on top of Desiree. That's kind of it. There's not, I guess there is like a fair amount of like Snake Eye end board. But all things considered, it really is the Millennium Engraver or Millennium Fiendsmith stuff that's actually carrying this deck. Currently watching on both phone and TV. I'm sorry for whoever else is watching me. I appreciate you, but someone else is watching on that TV. Someone else is having to deal with this. It's fine. That's cool. That's such a weird. Sorry, hold on. As a YouTuber, as someone who makes content, having someone say that they're watching you on their TV is such a weird idea. Side tangent, sorry. Because it's like, I have never thought that I would ever realistically be on someone else's TV. Like, maybe my family's TV, if, like, I was in, like, a stage production of a show or something along those lines. But, like, that's weird. I have never tried to be, like, a TV personality. And it's like, you're on my TV. And it's like, what did I do? Why am I on your TV? Did I get arrested? That's all. Side tangent over. It's just kind of funny. Snake Eye is no more mentioned to any deck. Same as Despia in Branded. It's just Branded. Yeah, Snake Eye basically is just like the slop. But no one calls it the slop. Birch Jump is out of the hand at least, so he can threaten Fiendsmith where Oak wouldn't. Much less a downgrade and more of a change of playstyle. No, it definitely is a downgrade. Reason being, there's a lot of lines where you want to go like normal summon Snake Eye Ash, grab Poplar, do the combo there, and then go like Ash into Oak to get that extra guy out of your deck. To potentially like pivot into like a triple tack play or something else along those lines. And also, there's a lot more instances where being able to go into like 1-for-1 into an Oak to bring back a guy, or going like a like getting a search off of the OSS in order to grab Oak to then normal summon it to get that combo online again. Like, there's a lot of instances where specifically Oak is more useful. Birch, like, doesn't do anything by itself. It's just like a guy. It's just the third name. It can special summon itself from hand. It can do stuff, but I mean, you will. But yeah. That being said, I don't think it's that much of a downgrade. I don't think it does anything. I really don't. I think it makes the deck, like 0.1%. 0.5% worse. Like, if it has a 53% win rate, it's not going to be like a 52% win rate. Right? I think it does hurt the deck. But not enough. Not enough. This ban is superficial at best. That's crazy. Because, like, we're gonna do even more test hands as well. This hand's crazy. Just draw the one of. This hand is insane. It loses to Ash, or it loses to Maxi. But barring exactly that card, this hand's crazy. Let's do another one. This hand is also crazy and does literally everything. This hand is really good and does pretty much everything. Not having the Millennium stuff is a little downside, but like having access to the field spell already, as well as 1-for-1, as well as Engraver. Crazy hand. Does this lose to Droll? No. I think there's a line that you can do around Troll. So there's that. This hand's maybe one of the best we've seen. It's actually a wild hand. This is maybe one of the worst hands we've seen, but it also does it with both tracked and 1-for-1, and we have the ability to Ash like a Fua Maxi. This hand absolutely does it. And gives us the ability to play through a Maxi / Fua while also punishing it. This hand's a bit weak, but it's still very playable. Like Millennium, Fiendsmith, all of that. Very, very strong. This hand's crazy again. Even with drawing the temple. Yeah, I don't think the oak mattered. Banishment is basically permanent now. But like, who cares? Bestials hardly keep Fiendsmith in check. What's Crow gonna do? Cut off 3 plays? The duel ain't lasting that long. Oh, cut off turn 3 plays. Yeah, the duel ain't lasting that long. I think Crow is fairly decent. It's not exceptional, but like, it's okay. The thing with the Bestials is that the Bestials specifically allow you to put a guy on board, which is why they're so good, right? Like Magnemite in particular is absolutely insane and one of the most stupidly busted cards. However, that being said, outside of specifically Magnemite, the only reason the Bestials are currently seeing play is because they put a guy on board, which can then pivot into a myriad of things, most notably Fiendsmith, but also, you know, Apo or another rank 6, like for example Pilgrim Reaper or Beatrice back in the day. Could also pivot into like a Link 2 like IP Masquerena or SP Little Knight or what have you. So there's like a lot of stuff that like putting that extra guy on field does. DD Crow, while it is stronger because it can be used more freely, is less played because just removing something from the grave doesn't do enough. Almost every deck has some way of getting their card back from banish. Like, for example, if you were to activate DD Crow against something like Blue Eyes to banish their Blue Eyes after they, like, tribute to go and, like, get it, they can just activate Roar to then bring it back from banish. And then it's like, oh no, it didn't matter. They could also just activate and summon another one from deck. Just copy the top deck, top Snake Eye deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. It's a lot different from this deck. Here's the thing. Almost anyone can post their decks on this website. It's why we also don't look at the tier list, and it's why we don't look at the top decks. Right now, a good way to look at... Right now, you're in a good spot. Because a lot of really high tier decks just came in from the WCQ, or the WCS, World Championship Qualifiers. So, any of these top 100 decks are going to look really good and be extremely good for climbing. Any of these, I would suggest, as long as you understand, like, why specific things are in here. Like, for example, this list with, like, 3 Oak, and, like, 3 Golem, obviously isn't going to work anymore, but the reason that this works in particular is due to Zombie Vamp being able to, like, mill an Oak, and then you can use Oak in order to go kind of from there. So this is a very, like, specific build that requires a little bit more knowledge of how the deck works in order to make it work, but still, like, functions more or less the same. And there's a few other things like that, but for the most part, if, like, you just know how the deck itself works, any of these lists are fantastic. Have I ever played Cubic? No. Yeah, that fusion is a house. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyone can post their decks on this, which is why I don't like looking at the top decks. At least not individually. Like, if I look at Crystron, I'm going to look at multiple lists for Crystron. I'm not just going to look at one. But another thing you can do with the top decks is, like, if I want to look at Crystron, I can see, like, oh, these are all, like, master players. Let's see if there's, like, a tournament deck list. Here's a tournament deck list. This got second. This got top 8, you know. Here's all, like, the Duelist Cup stuff. Here's a Meta Weekly, which is, like, the weekly tournament for Decade. So I can look at this and be like, oh, here's, you know, a top 4 list. Here's a top 8 list. Here's a top 16 list, you know. Here's another event in a special tournament. They got first. So that's another thing that I can go and look at and be like, okay, maybe this list is going to be a little bit better due to a variety of things, right? So, there you go. Tri-Brigade Sprite? Chat, how good do you think this is? Sorry, hold on. Side tangent. Tri-Brigade Sprite. Do you think this deck list will be good? It's okay. It's more just Sprite than it is Tri-Brigade Sprite. I don't think there's like, what, like 2 Tri-Brigade cards in here? Yeah, this is just Sprite. Okay. Never mind. I don't hate this deck list, to be fair. But I also don't see the purpose of playing any of these cards in it. Like, what is the purpose of playing Nerval, Karos, Kit in this deck list? Sprite with Fiendsmith? Ew, why? 45 cards. Ew. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I will say, if you're playing one engine in Sprite, or if you're just playing like pure Sprite, you should never go above 40. That is something I made the mistake of several times. You should never go over 40. This deck does not do well with going over 40. And the reason for it is because the main purpose of the deck is its consistency. Right? Is the fact that it can get a whole bunch of things on board consistently, and you want to see your sprites. You need to see those names. And so, playing 43... Is there a reason we're playing 43? Oh, because we added in the Fiendsmith engine. Because we're bad. Even then, the hell does the Fiendsmith engine do in this deck? Nothing. It doesn't do anything. Like, what? Okay. Oh. I'm not a fan of the Melfies. I think they're just like dead cards, which I don't like. I'd rather just play like a hand trap. Would it be fun Would it be fun if I opened YouTube on my Nintendo and put this stream up? Don't do that, because I'm about to end stream. We're closing up the stream. Anyway, I got distracted by sprite lists. See, this guy gets it. He said, "Brother, I can play Impulse," and then played motherfucking Impulse. Hell yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Oak Band was nothing. It was nothing. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna call it quits there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, like us very much. So appreciate it. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye bye. I clicked the wrong button.